Put it in it. Welcome to another episode of People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples. That's pretty fun.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, both of them.
Mine was pretty standard.
No, it was good. It was good. It's weird.
Jimmy,
No,
you should get a tissue.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Just go.
yourselves.
We'll talk while you're
Do
away.
it.
Use my sleeve.
Yeah, no.
I'm Kevin Cam.
Adam Hamada.
What's the name of Adam?
Not much, man. Not much. How about you? How's that girl?
No.
No.
We just came from the same mic.
Yeah, we did. You want to shout out her Instagram, just in case she watches?
No.
Yeah, we were at the Grizzly Pear 2 o'clock mic. If anyone's interested, some horrible content that we're giving on.
Yeah.
That's all-time best intros. Had a thing.
Adam's the worst, dude.
What do you do?
I was like, before, I was like, you're like, show me that girl you're talking about. I was like, all right, not on air. You're like, no, not on air.
You said not on air?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then immediately, the first thing, I'm like, so, what's new with you, Adam? He's like, not much. So what's that girl you're talking about? You want to share her Instagram? I'm like, damn.
That's payback for what you did to me the
Oh,
other day.
Kids.
Good job.
Okay.
These fucking guys, right? Whose man's is this? No,
Nobody's.
I'm
I'm a
just
little
kidding.
I'm a little stupid. I'm sorry about that, Ken.
Man.
It was a man. It wasn't a woman.
Thank
Don't-
you.
don't-
Just to clarify. That was
Yes.
Fuck. What's going on? I'm gonna try to pull this up. Talk to me. It's
You're just,
cold.
looking, you're just looking at Facebook right now.
I can't focus.
This is the content that
I was
people
going.
There can be silence if you
I
need
was
to
going.
focus.
No. I was going to guess. That's what you guys are here for. I don't like being in the middle. I sat on the other side on the.
Those are your
Oh,
the other
podcasts.
day.
Oh.
I sometimes, but I look like the little brother, right?
You like just being close.
Yeah, he looks
to
like
stuff?
a rapper.
I look like a rapper.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. I'll take
Yeah.
that.
You look like his DJ.
You know what? That's fine by me.
DJs are usually richer too. That's good.
Then the rapper?
Yeah, because the rapper
they do more
spends all
shit.
their money
Yeah, they
on
do more shit.
chains and shit.
That's true. You're like his manager, telling
His
him not to
manager.
spend all his
Yeah.
money and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm always rubbing my head. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
This fucking guy doesn't listen.
Spending
He's like,
so
"We
much
need more
money on
giraffes."
lean. Why are you spending all this money on lean?
Just bought a Bugatti for my side girl.
Where you from? What's your back?
I'm Algerian Egyptian, North Africa.
That's dope.
What's your
Exactly.
main thing though? Is you're Egyptian?
No, I'm half Egyptian, half Algerian.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm actually probably more Algerian because my dad was like 1/4 Libyan. Yeah. So.
You're from the same side of people, right? Libyan.
I'm just so bad
That's
at
Africa,
geography.
right? Is that Africa? That's Africa.
Yeah, no, Libya is also
Middle
I'm
East
100% on
Middle
that.
East is like Asia.
Yeah,
And
it's part of
Africa.
it. No, that's not part of Africa.
Oh, okay.
You traded with each other, right?
I don't know what that means.
It was like
Are you good at geography?
No, not at all.
I'm really
Not
bad.
at all.
I just know that because I wanted to make sure I was able to say
That's the
that.
thing. Is like geography is like a thing, but it's like a thing that if you're not good at, people just assume you're dumb. Like you can be not good at someone's like, oh, he's not good at it. But if you're like you don't know geography, they're like, how do you not know where north is? What are you, stupid? You know? I'm not good at any of
If I
that.
had to survive off of following the North Star, we wouldn't make it.
No, funny. I use
No.
Google Maps and I'm
No.
from New York.
Yeah.
For everything.
Like I watched Harry. I don't want to bring that up. But
Harriet?
yeah, and they were like, follow the North Star to your freedom. I was like, we would have died. We would have died.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's like, all right, that's just keep going that.
I don't know. Probably back then people
Follow
had
the
a
river.
better idea of north, south, east, west.
I mean, I think when you're fleeing slavery, you're going to figure it out. You know, that's...
The way you said that, it was like it's one of your jokes.
Yeah, is that a bit? It is now.
It is now. One second. Let's write that down.
Man, fuck, what did I just Nah. Good Girls. Have you seen Good Girls on Netflix?
I don't have anything. I used to be on my friend's Netflix, and then their family changed the password. Then I was on my friend's Hulu. He changed the password. And I could ask them, but I feel like being on it, okay, no questions, no problem. But then when you got to ask, what's the new password? That's when I'm like, okay, now I'm asking too much, you know? So now I'm just like, I don't watch anything.
Yeah, I don't have enough routine.
You get a 30-day trial. I feel like it's a bad commercial.
What? I don't know what you're going to say.
I just have different 30
You have
day
new
trials.
30 days.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through all that. Jimmy, I understand television and movies are your life. I'm not that invested. I don't care that much.
I like, and I need to watch that shit. I like it. I like it. The new show is Good Girls, and it's like Breaking Bad. It's pretty good.
Oh, I have something. So the Dominican, not the
Not the guy.
You about to shoot you?
not.
Just go into it.
Okay, I went to a Dominican breakfast place today, and it was incredible. And it was on the Lower East Side. I'll look it up. It was on the Lower East Side, and $7 for a Cuban sandwich that filled me up.
Wow,
unbelievable! I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called El Castillo de Jagua.
Where's that? What's the street?
Sponsored.
Yeah.
Sponsored by them. The street it's on Rivington. Yeah,
Black Hat?
probably. Yeah, Black Hat's on Rivington. Yeah, so shout out El Castillo de Jagua. Fucking so good.
Castillo?
I went with like a couple friends.
Cost of water? Castillo. What's Castillo?
No, Castillo? I don't know.
Castle?
I took
Maybe.
French in high school. So,
You took what?
I took French in high school.
I took Spanish, but this is...
choice.
I'm not good at it.
I don't know. I don't know what Castillo is.
Let's find out.
My
Is it
Spanish
worth it?
is pretty good. Is that Brandon? Sounds like Brandon.
Scott?
Yeah. He's been coming around a lot.
He's got always a lot of white on his lips.
Really?
Yeah.
Ashy lip? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
Tyrone
Tyrone.
Biggins.
Yeah.
What is it you said?
Tyrone Biggins.
Yeah, Tyrone.
Chappelle. Is it Castillo?
Central.
Central Water?
No, Jagua. Not Agua. Jagua.
Hagua.
Let's see what Jagua...
Castle? Central Castle? It's a dumb name. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Spanish
This
viewers
is...
are laughing.
We're putting in too much work into this right now, but we have nothing else.
I got shit. I have
Interglot?
Huh?
Interglot? It's never good when you have to look up the English
Interglot.
ones, too.
What?
I don't know.
Man,
Spanish dictionary. No,
imagine you have to be part of the worst podcast I've done.
Yeah.
this?
You already know the Spanish viewers are screaming the definition at
Yeah.
the screen right now. They're like, this guy.
What?
I'll be honest, Jimmy. I'm a little tired.
Are you tired?
Well, that Dominican breakfast fucked me up. We had so much to eat. So good.
Dave, what's up?
Let's see. Let me think of something interesting. Man, I went right before the podcast. I went outside in the snow, and it was beautiful. I don't have snow in LA,
Oh, yeah.
so I just walked around, and it's so fresh and powdery that you can make snowballs, and like you squeeze them, and they're still kind of malleable a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not like packed like hard. It's like it's stretchy almost, and you throw it, and then it disperses. The best kind of snowball, fluffy. Yeah.
It's good snow.
Yeah.
This girl texted me. She was like, "Yeah, I want to go play in the snow and make snow angels."
Oh,
I was like,
that's
"That's
nice.
non-New Yorker shit." I feel like
No,
New
they're
York is,
definitely not.
right? New York is like, I don't give a shit about snow anymore. Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Yeah, let's go on
Yeah,
sleds
I could
and-
see that. I could see that. But
Now
it's
I'm
like, don't you still like want to be like, oh, I want to like the snow?
No,
No?
I saw the first snowflake. I was like, "Oh, it's about the snow. That looks cool." Then back to business. It's like we got shit to do.
Now, for me, the coolest part was just like waking up in the morning and just seeing everything covered in snow. But then having to walk in it sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It gets boring fast.
My feet get so cold.
Yeah, same.
So cold. I don't like it.
I hate wearing the wrong shoes. I was slipping, and you just got to walk slower to not fall.
Oh, yeah.
I felt it.
But
But this is the kind of snow where it like builds friction. Like I was able to go very easily.
It was icy where I was.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know what kind of fucking snow.
There was I was like heel striking, like just like walking regular, feeling good. Yeah, my
I'm just gonna sit in some of the silence. So you just
Yeah.
Go.
I'll just go.
Adam, you got something?
I'll just talk about my feelings a little bit.
All right, yeah, go for it.
I've been bummed because I've been trying to improve my comedy, and I've been trying to do more act outs and stuff where the punchlines are act outs, but like I can't get them consistent, and it really bugs me because like usually you're used to a joke if you're saying it with words. If you say it normally and your face isn't frowning or something, you get a laugh every time consistently.
Yeah.
You should, based if the room is the same. But like with like an act out, you never know what the fuck your face is gonna look like. So like I don't know. I have to
practice
start.
a lot at home?
Sometimes, yeah, but I don't know. I need an audience to know what the fuck,
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know. So that,
Do you get lost in it, or do you you're still thinking about what the audience is seeing instead of?
That's the thing is like when I'm really in. See, now I'm starting to understand actors. Like I understand, like you really have to be in it for people to believe you. You can't.
I love acting.
Yeah. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. But
you're good at it. Your act outs are great.
Yeah,
Really?
I love that. That one's great.
Yeah.
That's nice of you guys. But yeah, I don't know. When I'm not, I don't know. I have to really be. That's why the first time I do it, it's amazing, and then every time after that, it goes downhill.
That passion.
Maybe if I was in front of like real audience, it would turn on or something.
Yeah,
but like,
I think you're a different performer at a show than you are at like a mic. Definitely.
Absolutely. Because you're thinking about what these guys think.
Yeah.
And you don't commit to.
But I shouldn't be. I should be doing it every time.
Yeah.
But it's like also, I feel like you feed off the energy, and that's a little subconscious. So when you're at shows, it's just like you're getting that energy, so you were supposed to attempt for it. When you're at a mic, you're not really getting it. So
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's just been what's on my mind.
I like your act out. So that hip hop one was good.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
I like when you come up with the act out at the mic off of somebody's riff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that's when it's the best.
That's always when it's the best, and then it's never good after that.
Those are the ones you got to tape. Those are the ones you got to tape and then put it together. Use it later.
Interesting. Yeah.
Make sure you tape those.
But those are the ones you never know. You know what I mean?
Tape everything.
Tape
Every time
everything.
you get on stage, tape everything.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Sometimes the audio is just not enough.
No, it's never. Especially if you're doing act outs, you want to be seen. So you got to see yourself to see what you did.
Yeah.
You know? So you should be the main one taping yourself.
It's funny. It really is just being in it because like Vlad will do act outs, and like he's able to get in it. I feel like a lot of times more, and then whenever he's in it, it's always good.
Yeah,
and then he's growing, yeah. And whenever he's not in it, it's like it doesn't. And I'm like, yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah.
It's hard if it doesn't hit though.
Vlad's getting it. Yeah, he's on another level.
He took it's like an onion.
Yeah. He took a layer off.
Yeah, he took a layer off.
Yeah.
It's always good to see.
He took some weights off.
Yeah.
He's on the beast.
Yeah.
I remember our first song, I was like, this guy's fucking boring as fuck. He's tall, he's monotone, and it's the anger. He's getting angrier. When he gets angry at things, like, it's really not. It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
The thing that appeals to me about him is he's got like a certain little swagger where it's like subtle in act outs. It's really subtle, and it's a lot of times the act outs that don't get laughs. That they're so subtle, and those are my favorite ones.
Viewers right now are like, who the fuck?
Yeah, speak out the Flat Colas.
Yeah, man.
This will mean something.
You know what's funny?
One day.
You know what's funny is like I don't know. I hope he doesn't do this with everybody, but like he'll just call me randomly sometimes. Like I was like 2 days ago. I was
on
like
the phone?
I was asleep in bed, and it was like 11:30, and I hear my phone vibrate. I'm like, who the fuck? I look, it's Vlad, and I pick it up. I'm like, hello. He's like, yo, what's good, my brother? I'm like, sleeping, man. What are you up to? He's like, man, yeah, no. I was just thinking we're getting strong, just like shit like that. I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, that was a funny mic today, huh? I was like, yeah.
That's fucking funny.
It's great though. I love it. It's like,
That's sweet. That's very cool.
It's really sweet. I love it. Yeah, I love him.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's funny, dude. Like, just like with nothing to say, he's like, I'm just thinking about that one riff I had, and I was like, yeah. I don't remember, but tell me about it. Yeah, it was a good one.
Oh, fuck. That's fucking stupid. I hate you. I would have been like, what the fuck are you calling me for?
You know what? It's the type of thing where, like, I can't even be mad because it's like a childlike sense of, like enjoyment and stuff. I have to, you know. I have another friend like that at home where, like, he's just, like, he does jujitsu, and I, like, introduced him to jujitsu, and he still does it, and, like, he'll call me and be like, dude, I went against this brown belt, and I never was able to tap him out, and now I'm getting closer, and I'm like, you can't, if someone's excited and passionate about something, you can't poo-poo them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing is, like,
100%.
anyone who's excited, there could be a guy who's excited about soap, and if he's excited and into it, you listen to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing worse than when, like, you're excited about something and the person's just like, it's like obvious they're disinterested. You're like, fuck, I should have.
Yeah, that was the person for it. Yeah. And they take a little bit of your sting. Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I would be excited about everything, and like I remember, like, you know, people would always be into it. They'd be like, yeah, it's, a lot of times you're not saying anything interesting, but you're excited about what you're saying. Now I feel like I don't get excited about anything. The flame.
You gotta nurture that.
And I pull out an audio book usually when I feel like that. Listen to somebody who's excited about something. It kind of gets you going again.
Yeah. For me, I think it's like always having to do like new stuff. It makes me excited. Like I want to stop doing like the same mics because like at a certain point you don't feel. Usama was right that one time where like people are getting comfortable bombing because it's like you're in front of you're in front of your friends. So if you bomb, you don't feel as bad. Like you don't. If you're in front of like a room you're not used to, you feel more pressure. You know.
I felt pretty uncomfortable with that bomb with the pair.
Really?
I was like, I was uncomfortable.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta separate it.
Yeah.
It's good. Figure out why you did it, and then don't do it again.
Yeah. It's not always about. Like, I think, like, hitting as many mics as possible. If you're hitting 5 mics and they're the same mics you always go to every day, then it's like, you're not doing that.
It's a hobby.
It's
a hobby. And I always say that. And you gotta be doing shows. Or doing something else.
Rooms with audience, at least. You have to gauge your material. That's the most important thing.
And flip it. Working on new material. You know?
I always got new stuff.
Yeah.
Because you always see people who are like, they're hitting a lot of mics, but they're doing the same thing. You know, maybe writing as much. It's just like you have to have that balance.
Yeah.
If you're just hitting a lot of mics, but not, writing, it's like what's the point?
Definitely, yeah. I agree with that.
What's that sweater made of?
No idea.
Looks furry.
Yeah, it feels nice. Sure.
Looks like
it keeps you warm?
Yeah. Looks like one of those cashmere commercials on the train.
No, this was cheap.
You've seen those with the goats?
Yeah. I saw one. A girl was holding a goat, and she had like goat eyes. Also, she had like weird eyes. Like one, like I feel like I don't know if this is like Swedish or Swiss women, but like there are people. One eye is always like slightly off. Do you notice that? Swedish. Yeah. Weird.
It depends on the person. It's that drinking eye when they drink too much and it starts to drift.
Yes.
Yeah. Mostly white. I haven't seen a lot of black girls do it, but mostly white girls get that drifty eye.
I guess that's what they call it, white girl wasted.
White girl wasted.
White girl drifty eyes.
Drifty. They're talking in a sentence and one eye just taps out.
Yeah. Until it goes all the way to the back. You just see white.
It's like, and we're back. I saw this has been in my head for a minute. This fucking. I was watching. Oh my goodness.
It's almost normal, but why does it have to have like the barbershop,
this was
candy cane?
I gotta say, this was a.
They should have made it brown.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Bad fashion move, I guess. It was $15. So I can't
nice.
Really? That's nice. Warm?
It's mad warm. I'm like,
see, that's the thing, Jimmy, about like people love going to thrift stores getting secondhand because if it's good, they're like, this was $10. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And if it's bad, people are like, it looks bad. They're like, it was $10, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
You can't lose.
Yeah.
You can't lose. Whereas like this, I have to be like, I bought this. It cost me like $110, whatever.
I have to love it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like about the Good Girls too. Their hustle was returning stuff back to stores.
And that's what you did.
They were flipping money.
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, white girls don't want to do it now. But they were doing it on.
That's a white girl thing.
No, they were laundering money. So they were returning like $4,000 worth of stuff for real money. I was like,
how does that work? How do they do that?
They buy shit with the fake money and then return it for real money.
Oh wow!
But okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's crazy. It was
but aren't they going to be like, wow, all this fake money is coming straight from clothing
shops? Yeah, they
shops?
eventually got caught and had to flip another hustle.
Got it.
That's like time in jail though. You get caught doing something.
No.
Yeah.
They couldn't catch. They didn't catch the money. They caught the returns.
Oh.
So they got in trouble for the returns. So they put But yeah, absolutely, you can get a lot of trouble. It's kind of for money. But just the return. I was like, yeah, I return shit all the time.
Sorry, I'm just listening to this song. Is this Pixies? I like the Pixies.
That's how you know we're having an interesting discussion. Yeah. Really
you just did the thing we were talking about.
What was it?
He said when somebody's not into the thing.
Wait, when someone's not into the thing?
He was excited about the topic. You're like, that song.
Yeah.
You have to say it.
Yeah. You had to be really into whatever you're talking about for me to pay attention. That was boring. That was boring.
Never talk about that again.
Man.
Oh, man.
Hey, if you're watching, look, we whatever. I don't apologize, but thank you for watching. Martin, what's up? Jalim, I'm about to block you on Instagram, but
oh damn, why?
Jalim is my dean for my fraternity, so he's the dean of my line. But he posts a lot of poop shit on Instagram. He has that weird friend that posts like weird memes. He posts a lot of poop memes,
like actual photos of shit.
No, just just funny memes with like shit, people shitting. And
do you have this? I'll tell you guys something.
It's like the cheerleader was shitting, and everybody's looking around.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's like again, bored.
We were talking about poo poo. Come on, let's talk about something. Do you have those friends where like they do? I think it's like a thing now. Like people love doing stuff ironically. Like no one's sincere anymore. Like my friends are like, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we go to IHOP and get something to eat?" Or like, I'm just like, "What? What are you talking about? Do you want to eat at IHOP or?" I'm not going to go there because as a joke. What are you talking about?
What? How is that a joke going to IHOP?
Because it's like, oh, IHOP is like or you go to like some dingy place or some shit like that. Like they're like, I don't know how to describe it.
Got some odd friends.
Yeah.
They're doing it as a novelty, but not as really just eating.
Yeah, or like they'll like fake get into fights. And I'm like, is this? And it's funny, but it's serious at the same time.
Oh, like when you're like having like a banter that's supposed to be joking, but there's like serious undertones. And you're like, I might fuck this guy up.
Well, it's like, forget it. It's over.
I tried.
No, I know. You tried. It was my fault.
Thank you guys for trying.
Thank you guys for trying. That should be the name of the podcast.
The podcast is going well with 2 out of the 3.
I'm trying to find USA Today. My phone just quit on the podcast too.
Everyone's quitting.
Everyone's quitting.
Even the technology.
Yeah, technology. Nothing I have is working. This died. There it goes. Hi, Marcy.
What'd she say?
Marcy said, I can't go. She's cool. She helped me up yesterday.
With what?
Drugs? No, I don't do drugs. I do CBD. Is that what you're supposed to say?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
We still have time to turn this around.
What she
do it? Bring it back.
What she hook you up with? What she hook you up with?
The ones that
she's like a dude. She's pretty much like a dude.
Cool shit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I love Marcy.
No. I mean, she's like a dude. Like she's like. She like talks like a dude. She's like, you know when you wake up in the morning and your chick is blowing you? And I'm like, what? What are you talking? You're a girl also.
Marcy?
Yeah.
Marcy Gray.
Marcy Gray.
Yeah. But she's a bartender, so she's like real New York.
Yeah.
She's from Queens, and you know she has that rough layer that makes her one of the guys.
Because she was like, my girl's trying to make out with me. I'm like, bitch, you're not even cute. Get your ass bigger. So God, you want to see what she says?
Yeah, she's on it. I hope it doesn't cut off.
Oh,
Good.
Recording.
She's just writing shit.
Just
Marcy, what'd you say? I can't see your comment. Third generation Queens.
Third generation.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a lot of Queens.
So she's
New York.
Yeah, she's New York.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Deets. Oh, she's laughing. Yeah. No,
Whitezilla.
She loves Whitezilla. I don't know what that means.
It means.
I mean, I know what it means,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
But what does Whitezilla mean?
You can use your imagination.
She likes big white.
Big white dicks.
Yeah. BWC.
That's why it's Whitezilla, because those don't
Whitezilla.
exist.
Nice.
Alright.
I'm glad you listened. She says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You tap it out.
While you're ahead, that's what.
Man.
Oh yeah, I was listening. Marcy says funny stuff. She said, what'd she say? She was like, I was in line for coffee. These Chinese guys are going, yep, yeah. They're so loud. Finally, my porn turns on. I'm like, yeah, now you know how I feel. Her porn on her phone. She opens her phone. The porn is like super loud. She's like, now we're even. Like, is that getting even? Good stuff.
Who listens to porn in public?
I guess she does.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Guys, the library they watch the old guys that watch porn, but it's not like all right, what one screen up and the porn be going. They put it on full screen, and it's like different screens of just like
That's got to be.
You got to respect the ball.
that's
just
crazy.
Dude, if they're, I don't know anybody who's comfortable watching porn. You know,
Yeah, because you do it under a cover. They're like, oh, shit.
Well, also, who just watches porn? It's just like, just to watch it.
Yeah. I haven't watched porn. It's been like more than a year now.
Oh, wow. Why?
Just because I'm like, I don't like things that don't make me use my brain to do it.
You know, so you just like jerk off.
Well, using my mind. Yeah.
Thought-provoking porn.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, just answer the phone.
Yo.
Worse.
Not much. I'm on the People's
I'll tune
Podcast right
once in
now.
a while. You can't even put it on speaker?
Yeah. Doing the pit at 6? No, I'll probably. Wow. I'm doing the People's mic. You should come do this. Yeah.
That's how you grow a fan base right here.
Yeah. This is clickbait. Man
answers phone.
Man answers phone.
Podcast.
Who
wouldn't click on
All right.
And it doesn't even put it on speaker.
All right, bye.
That's the worst.
It says from Bridgeport, Connecticut. That can't be right. What are you doing?
I was trying to see watch party.
Do you watch anime and stuff? Huh?
Yeah.
My favorite. This was my favorite when I was a kid, and like I got into watching it a little more recently. Is Samurai Champloo.
Samurai shampoo.
Champloo.
That's what I thought you said, but I was like, I don't think that's the word.
You've never seen it? You would like it. It's badass.
Has art.
Do you like samurai stuff?
Yeah, I like samurai.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, this is the best one. This is the best one.
Samurai Shampoo.
CHAMPLOO. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
I've seen Cowboy.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do.
This is like.
Are they still making the movie?
I don't know, but it was supposed to be live action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
No.
CH.
What did I just watch? I watched MFKZ. That
It's
was
on
good.
Hulu.
And I watched Bleach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bleach was good.
Damn. Are you watching Boruto?
I didn't get a Puerto Rico.
No.
Sword 7.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Yeah, I like the art. It's a little weird.
Did you ever watch Code Geass?
No.
No. Damn, Jimmy.
Well,
Damn.
Wow.
What? No.
I don't watch any
none
of
of
it. Yeah, no.
What do you watch?
I don't watch much
What
TV.
are you into?
Mostly comedy. That's all it pretty much.
I go to this one restaurant that's run by, I don't know what they are. I believe they speak Arabic.
I'm interested now.
And he's all, I want to ask him what he's watching. And then, I hear gunshots, but then I hear Arabic. And then I hear...
Definitely a beheading video.
It's kind of right. I was like, what the fuck is he watching?
Anytime I have some free time, I'm like, what's ISIS?
Like, what's ISIS? And he's into it. He's like laughing. I was like, he didn't sound like you said anything funny.
Yeah, you'll never laugh.
And I was
when
like,
you see someone get beheaded. That shit is, man. Fucking infidel.
The guy's like, man, Arabic is not a friendly language.
Yeah, it is not. It is not. We
It's
kind
not
of played ourselves.
Man.
Out.
It's like, he's like, I was like,
yeah.
What is...
That's the thing. We talk very loudly and like aggressively,
Yeah.
so it's just like we could be like, just having a conversation.
The women
People get scared.
sound amazing. I love women who speak Arabic.
You know what's funny is like it's like
Until they try to teach you.
ever since you're a kid, you hear like stereotypes of how language sounds and stuff like that. But now I'm like, it's true. Yeah, Arabic sounds very like, and French sounds fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
French, they're like, I'm like, oh, it's fluid. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
That's why they're pussies. That's French.
No, Arabic women and Asian women have the same tones. I feel like.
Whenever,
we have the best women. That's why we press them so much.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Arabic and what?
That's definitely not. A little racist, but
it's just Torah. That's all I know. Is that a word? That's Farsi.
I think you just made some
That's
sound.
Farsi. No,
What'd you say? I know Farsi. I don't know what that means.
Do you speak Arabic?
I speak Farsi. I understand Farsi.
Baladi, baladam, baladistam. That's all I know.
I don't know what the fuck
Baladi is like
Baladi.
my town. Like,
Oh, Farsi is like I know, you know. How do you say I know?
You do know?
I'm saying the wrong word. Shit. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. What is baladi? Baladi, baladam, baladistam.
yeah, that's like my.
That's not anything.
My town.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
This is brutal.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
I'm glad I'm here. It doesn't always have to be talking. Sometimes silence is nice.
Yeah, sometimes people
the
just
greatest
want to
shit that ever happened. It's not the greatest thing that ever happened. What are you doing this for?
Yeah.
Right?
I guess you're right, yeah. Sometimes I always oscillate between like, oh, it has to be real, so sometimes like being like not excited is real, but then also you should be happy. Like why would anyone care about you if you're not happy? If you're not, you know what I mean? Enjoying yourself.
Enjoying yourself.
Well, I kind of had something happen to me, but it's not that interesting. But it's just like
let's talk about it.
I'm just like it's going nowhere. So might as well, So I was talking to this girl, and it's like in the beginning she seemed pretty interesting. We were like hooking up, and then just kind of like fell off. Didn't like text me as much, and then I like hit her up. I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And she's just like taking a long while to respond and everything. I was actually kind of like into her, and then she finally responded. She's still being like flaky. She flaked twice on me, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna try one last time. I was like, you want to like go out again? And she was like, sure. She's like, we can just like go somewhere around your place. But she's like, I only have an hour. I'm free. I was like, why don't you come over? And she was just like, oh man, it's like all the time you just want to hook up.
Oh, wow.
She thinks she's about to get something.
Yeah, I was like, no. I was like, I'm actually interested. I was like, you only have an hour. Might as well, just like come over. And she was just like, no, that's not right. She's like, if that's what you're into. She's like, I'm not. So I was like, I guess I don't know.
I'm not meant to be.
I was gonna say maybe she wasn't. If you ask her to hang out a couple times and she's busy both times.
If you asked her to hang out, what were you gonna do?
But she did it because I'm still in college, so we were gonna like meet before class, get some coffee, and I understood because she lives deep in Brooklyn, and I live like 10 minutes away from my school, so she couldn't make it on. So that I understood, and then actually it was only twice. That second time we were supposed to meet like the other day, but she was like, "Oh, I only have an hour." I was like, "I'll come over." She was like, "Nice."
There's probably like somewhere in the text where you could see that she's no longer interested as much.
Yeah, probably. Because in the beginning, it was like super interesting to the point of like, all right, it was a little like overbearing, and then it just kind of fell off.
Well, it's probably the more you start, you probably got super into it, and then she's like, "Whoa, he's getting more into it."
No, actually, I was pretty.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hands off?
Yeah, I was.
Huh.
I don't know. It was just odd.
Somebody else?
Maybe, yeah,
Maybe.
If she would have came over, what would you have done?
I would have tried to hook up.
You tried to hook up. She smelled you. See?
Yeah. But I was like, hey, but I would have been fine doing something else too. You know? Yeah.
But that's not what you wanted.
But yeah, it was like, you know, obviously I would have preferred, but.
Well, so you said, did you explain after?
Yeah, I was like, look, I'm not just like, you know,
and she didn't respond.
Sex. She was like, all right, well, she was like, I might not be free today, but like maybe in the future. I was like, all right, well, I'm free one day. And she just didn't respond.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah,
so
I was like, all right, forget it.
So she's just not into you anymore.
Yeah.
I
was a little sad. I was like, you know, because like usually I don't like, you know, because it's just like my type.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I did get kind of like attracted. And then,
She still go to your school?
Yeah.
Still hope. So focus on yourself and keep chasing others.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh no, he's, you know, that fucking dynamic. I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone's into anyone who's just doing their own shit.
Do
you know,
shit. Focus on
guys,
you.
girls, like any guy who's like, so what are you doing now? You're just like, you know, it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
If you're doing your own shit, everyone wants to be like, oh damn, he's look at him, he's doing his shit. You know.
Yeah, blow. Go blow, man. Fucking.
Yeah, I was like,
go
I'm not
blow.
gonna. I'm like,
go blow up.
Oh yeah. I was having a conversation with someone today. I was saying like in New York, it's so easy to distract yourself. Like if you feel like shit or something, like it's easy to like hang out with someone or do something to distract yourself. But you should stay true to yourself. And if you feel like shit, just be alone with yourself and feel like shit. I feel like you grow from that.
I have trouble doing that.
It's hard. Yeah.
That's I really like. I always try to distract myself with things because I feel like if I sit alone with my thoughts for too long, it gets like
I don't like
kind of yeah.
But you have to. That's part of it. That's experiencing life, I think. You don't think so, Jimmy?
No, absolutely. I agree.
Like whenever you feel like shit, isn't it easy to turn something on and watch some shit and distract yourself? That's not good.
Well, that fair.
You know?
Yeah. It reminds me of this like Louis C.K. He was like on like Conan, I think, or something. He was talking about it was like really profound. He was like, we have so many like distractions today, especially with like the advent of technology, where you can just like go on Instagram and just like you're completely out of the world. He was like, there was this one time he was he was just driving and this like sadness overtook him. And at first he was gonna like turn on some music, just try to like put everything out of his mind. I mean, he was like instead he just pulled over and just let himself cry. I felt like 1,000 times better,
dude.
Yeah, if I were to just like distract myself with like a song or just like go on my phone or something.
It's true. That's why I don't really listen to. I used to take my iPod everywhere and like listen to music and shit. Yeah. And I stopped doing that. Like, I don't listen to music on the train. I don't take it anywhere. Yeah. Like, if I'm sitting somewhere and there's music, maybe I'll play something. But most of the time, I try to let myself be in my head.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more with it. I just listen to music on the train because this is like, you know, just like distractions.
Yeah. It's
hard to be like, just put those aside and just kind of like internalize it.
Yeah.
I've been playing video games lately.
I
usually don't play video games. I'm not into it. I've been playing Cover Fire. I've been trying to play offline games. It's just shit. I started playing this one game. It was a sniper game.
Uh-huh.
But then I noticed that all of the bad guys were black. And I was like, I don't fucking like this game at all.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to kill another gang member and another bomber. I was like, everybody's black. I was like, that's a leader.
That's what I felt about Call of Duty when I was younger. It was always just Arabs. They were just killing Arabs. I was like, what the fuck is this? I feel like I'm betrayed.
It was like Arabs and Russians.
Yeah.
Do you care about that? You care about that?
A little bit, man.
So certain people,
See, that's the thing. You know what's crazy is like I'm Middle Eastern too. Like that's my background, but I so don't relate to it that like when I see a Call of Duty and an Arab, they're like and like they kill him or something. I'm not like I don't relate to that person at all. Like I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean?
I guess
you relate.
That's why they use it.
Yeah, I think I just grew up a little defensive about like because I got bullied a lot for being Arab when I was younger. So I was just kind of like like it's like when that type of thing happens, I just kind of like.
But that's like part of your identity.
Yeah,
like you identify more as Arab, not white.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah.
I grew up in Brooklyn, so it was like it's very like diverse. I grew up like my middle school.
I guess you grew up Muslim. You're Muslim. Huh?
Yeah, I grew up Muslim.
Oh, okay, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, so you're around the culture. You see both sides.
My background is Middle Eastern. I went to a Catholic middle school, Jesuit high school, like pretty white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
High school was diverse, but like my middle school was like mostly white. You know?
Yeah, I grew up mostly around like it was like my neighborhood was like Latino and Arab, and then my high school was like Black, Latino, Arab. So it wasn't like middle school was a little more white, but even then it was like they were it was very like diverse. But they were Latino kids can be racist too, man. All the kids were racist. All the kids were racist.
I was and
pointing out the differences.
Yeah.
I was saying this the other day. In high school, like kids wouldn't, even though it was like there was like a lot of Latinos in my high school and like Black guys, but like everyone would make fun of each other for their differences, not because they were Black or Latino, but you see something different and you just make fun of it. It has nothing to do. You're not even aware of race or any of that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But then when you get older, people started being like, oh, well, this is part of this race, so when you're doing that, it's racist. Yeah. But you don't even realize. You know what I mean?
It's just different.
It's just different.
Kids don't.
Isn't that fucked up? I think racism is more like taught. Like if you tell someone something.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm not even saying, when people say racism is taught, they mean like you have a racist family or something. I don't mean that. I mean people who claim to have good intentions will tell you something that you're doing is racist. And it makes racism out of nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's so much shit that, like, if you weren't aware of the stereotype, you wouldn't feel any type of way about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I remember when I was younger, actually. I was, like, in elementary school. I had this, like, white friend. And my mom, she used to, like, she would veil herself. And, like, I was, like, close to him. And he had like this other like white friend, and he'd always go over to his house, and he's like, "Oh, you should definitely come over." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. My mom's down with it." I was like, "Just let me know." And I always asked my mom, and she'd be like, "Fine, I'll talk to his mother." And she was like, she talked to her, and she was like, "Yeah, we don't really like visitors at our house." And then the next week, that kid went over again, and I told my mom, and she was like, and my mom was blunt. She was like, "All right, she's just a racist bitch." She was like, "Yeah," she was like, "Fuck her." And I was just like that, but I didn't.
Wait, so your friend had another friend go over?
Yeah, and he was just a white kid. But she never let like me come over. She didn't want me like talking. I could tell like during the year he'd always kind of be like standoffish with me. So my mom, she just told me straight up. She was like, "Yeah, she's a racist bitch. I don't fuck with her."
Did you ever like? So your mom veils herself in public?
Yeah, she.
So when you get home, does she like take it off and shit? And you see? Do you ever see her take it off?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And sometimes it's a guy or something. This is a reverse. That'd be a great prank.
But she endured so much racism. Like in France, you weren't allowed to wear it, and that's where she lived. Like prior, she was a doctor, but they never took her seriously. When she came here, you know, this is a lot.
Dude, I think French are very racist towards Muslims.
Insanely.
That's
racist.
probably why she's super aware of that.
Yeah. But that was like my first experience with anything like that, so I kind of like it like rubbed me the wrong way. I had like a lot of like resentment towards like my culture and faith for a while because I was like, I don't know why people react like that. You know, it was just like I had to like learn to reaccustom myself to it because I endured racism, like a lot of like like Islamophobia during my middle school. So I was like, it was something I had to like relearn to appreciate. It's like that can have like a big impact on kids growing up. You just kind of like drilled it. It's like you're bad.
I guess when you identify as something, you really like you're protective of what that is. Yeah.
Absolutely. Once I started resonating with it again, I was like, that's when I got more protective. I was like, I can't believe I ever like felt shame for this. It's like I'm very proud of my roots.
It's your culture.
Yeah, it's my culture. Yeah, absolutely. I can't be. I'm American, but at the same time, like I have strong cultural ties.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really like identify as anything. Like, I just like, it's like I don't know. I just feel like I'm a person, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't know. I relate to like different people.
Yeah. And I like meeting new people, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And dealing with different people. Because I feel like it grows you as a person when you see other people's cultures and
I feel like that's a good way to determine how you identify yourself. Like, you feel very defensive and, like, aware of, like, black stereotypes. So, obviously, you identify as a black guy. Yeah. Like, I don't feel, like, really defensive towards anything. You know what I mean?
I just feel like racism is just so rooted in ignorance. So, it's just like you often don't interact with the people that you hate. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have those, like, perceptions of them. It's like a lot of those, like, that's why I can't really, like, when they talk about all these, like, racist Southerners and all these things, it's like they probably have never even spoken to a black person. They're very uneducated, ignorant. And it's like, it's a little bit, you know, you have to have a degree of, like, empathy, as crazy as it sounds, because it's like these people have never been exposed.
I have more, like, I'm so relate with everyone. Like, even, like, super, like, racist Southern people. Like, I look at it from their perspective, like, I don't know. They've never, like you said, they've never, like, met anyone like that, or if anyone has, like, a completely different culture from you, it doesn't matter what culture they are, people are going to look at that person weird.
Yeah. Different. I hate hacky racism.
Yeah.
You know? When they're doing, like, just towards black, just the moving in reverse and not sitting next to you. Or it's old. That's old as, you know, the original.
Well, it's weird. There's some people, like, especially women, get, like, and I guess that's, like, the experience of some women, just, like, being a woman, they get scared very easily. And stuff.
And
so
you
could it could be there's white dudes who they're thinking the same way, but they don't react as much because they are a dude, so they feel a little bit safer. You know what I mean? But secretly they are, like, feel that way, you know?
No, it's great.
Like,
Like, I mean, I was like a comic. It's like we go back home at 2 a.m. on the train. I never, like, think twice. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I'm like, I remember when I was younger, like, my sister, she was like 13, like, or 12, and she got catcalled going to the grocery store. It was at night. And I was like, that's insane. Like, she's 12 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, that, like, boggled my mind because I never even thought
and I still feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Tell her I'm sorry.
It's so weird. I could be walking around at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, I have no worries in the world. I was like, nobody's gonna fuck with me. Never. Nobody's ever. I've jogged at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's not my fear.
Yeah, no.
I feel the same way, even though I'm not even, like, a big dude or anything. I never have that fear.
Yeah. Come on in. We're almost done. We're about to wrap this up.
Oh, Cam. Look at that guy.
Probably.
Is that new?
No, he's had it for a while.
Is that a sheep?
Yeah.
She needs a coat, dude.
Yeah. And footsies. You don't got the foot race? No, it's not a coat.
Oh, come on, dude.
She's good.
Should I put her on the camera?
All right, put her on the camera.
Can I hold her?
So cute.
What's her name?
Can I hold her?
Gretel.
Gretel?
She's pretty wet.
Yeah, because she doesn't have a coat on.
Oh my gosh, she's shivering.
You're a dog walker, right?
I was.
What happened? Got too cold for you?
Yeah, well, I got hired by this company, Bark, you know, BarkBox?
Yeah.
Then they fired me.
They fired you.
So now I'm,
You still wear their swag, though.
I have so much free swag from them. I like the company was dope. Yeah.
Cool. How many views you guys have?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Go sit down. What the hell are you doing? What is it? We're about to wrap this up. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at It's Curly Brown. My name's Adam Amato once again.
Yeah.
There's a show I have next Wednesday at Alligator Lounge, 8 p.m. Come to that. And then next Saturday, a week from today, Vaughn Bar. I'll be performing
Back
on
at Vaughn?
The Gravy Train.
Oh, man. What day is that?
Saturday. Next Saturday at 8 p.m.
Good job. We're closing this out without music, so give it up for them real quick. It's another episode of The People's Mic. You find that's fine. That's perfect.
That's the clap.
That is the clap of the energy of this podcast. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, The People's Mic. We're here on Saturday at 4:30 for the podcast, 5:30 for the open mic. Back on Monday to Friday at Otto's Shrunken Head at 2:15 for the podcast, 3 o'clock for the open mic. And we will be back Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you.
Yeah.